The tape market, it's fair to say, is having a real resurgence based on a number of things. Obviously, the sheer volume of data um, the, and data-hungry applications, and the whole issue around security and everything that goes with it. I'm joined today by ESG's resident tape expert, Christophe Bertrand, who will be talking about some of this later. But before we get to that, I think I also want to talk about a couple of other things that are impacting our view of the tape market right now. Obviously, there is the COVID pandemic, and our research, both around that and our new IT spending intentions research, which is for 2021. I want to start by talking about ransomware. You don't have to read, many articles around the industry to know that there has been an increase in that. Maybe people's infrastructure wasn't ready. Obviously more people are working remotely, working from home, and so on and so forth. How can tape help, whether that's in mitigation or actually, preventing issues in the first place?
Mark, tape is a great medium for cyber resilience. It's portable. You can literally physically remove it from the network and remove it from any sort of access or nefarious actors that would want to touch it. So there are a number of solutions that exist that leverage tape, such as isolated recovery solutions that may also leverage other storage media in the process. But fundamentally, it is really a fantastic way of making your data inaccessible and protecting your gold copies that way. Let me also talk about some of the new attacks that we've seen recently. Some ransomware attacks backups, literally. And that's a problem because without your backup, well, you're without your lifeboat. The numbers are staggering. More than half of the respondents we spoke with in our research suffer ransomware attacks monthly, and nearly 1 in 5 cited daily attacks. 4 out of 5 respondents are either somewhat or very concerned that protection of copies of data could become infected or corrupted by cyber attacks.
I'm going to use your lifeboat point. In the deluge of data that we've got, and there's no sign of that changing anytime soon, one of the lifeboats that some people have turned to or tried to turn to is that of the cloud. Could you compare and contrast, it may sound an odd question, but tape and the cloud?
Well, let me be upfront. Cloud, especially the cold tiers of storage in cloud, are actually supported by tape. And it makes perfect sense because tape is a great medium because of the capacity that it can handle. The systems themselves, combining the capacity of the cartridges, multiple drives, etc., give you almost unlimited capabilities from a storage standpoint. So that translates into a cost advantage. And as you know, data and storage, well, that's money. Our research shows that 40% of respondents cite storage cost issues as the most common cloud backup and archive challenge. 40% also cite data access time. And by the way, there are also those dreaded egress charges, meaning how much it actually costs you to get your data back. The actual cost can be substantially more and in excess of budgeted amounts. And in fact, 44% responded that tape is considered the most cost-effective.
What about the reliability of the medium?
Well, Mark, if you ask any IT professional, they will tell you that tape is considered and seen as one of the most reliable storage media that's available. Specifically, proven reliability is cited by 46% of respondents as a key benefit for using tape, and 34% of respondents actually cited tape as most recoverable, meaning the ability to actually get your data back reliably. 85% voice high or very high degree of confidence in tape-isolated recovery solutions. We see these solutions used in the fight against cybercrime.
One of the details in the research that you did that really caught my attention was the fact that over half of the organizations, the respondents, said that they had to retain things for 5 to 10 years, and another quarter, it was as much as 25 years to indefinite. What can you tell us about retention capabilities of the media?
Yes, tape is a great medium. Its lifetime is 30 years for a cartridge. That's the in the right conditions of storage. And one of the other benefits, you can literally, with tape, read a previous generation tape cartridge, which also means that over time, you'll get the ability, as you evolve with the technology, to store more and more data on those cartridges. We also see the emergence of many active archive use cases across verticals, and these leverage tape to span archive time requirements at scale, and again, with great cost advantages. Overall, we heard from IT professionals that nearly 2 out of 3 are planning to continue to invest in tape or increase their current footprint.
As I think you know, I used to work in the industry directly and used to joke, and you and I have talked about this, that the acronym TAPE, T-A-P-E, stood for the answer to practically everything. Now, that might be a bit of a stretch, but it's clear from what you said that right now, and looking ahead, tape is a practical answer to many contemporary issues.